If you're on the North Island, make a trip to Holberg and go to the Scarlet Ibis Pub. It is over 50 years old. This pub was started by a Holberg logger who I happen to work with. It's now owned by a group of men who always wanted to own a pub. Disclaimer: I have not received any money or free meals or drinks from the pub. I always enjoyed the food here. I visited the pub in the 80s, the 90s, and again in 2023. You have two beers on tap that you can't get anywhere else: North Coast Trail Ale and, of course, Redbird Lager. The pub has these huts for visitors. Check with them before you come so you know what you have to bring. On with the tour. The baseball field has seen better days. Actually, the whole area has seen better days. The rec hall had a cafe on one end. Inside were pool tables in one area and a gym. Different clubs and sports, including archery, badminton, and floor hockey. The floor hockey had teams from the base also. In the 1970s, the camp grew to around 100 families in the married quarters, in the company houses and logger-owned mobile homes. Some of the houses came from old Port Alice when the town was relocated to Rumble Beach. Now lots of empty houses and the trailer park is mostly empty. The rec hall hosted beer nights on weekends, dances, and film. Between Christmas and New Year's, the camp was divided into two, and the two teams played off against each other, and the finale was at the dance on New Year's Eve. Pie-eating contest between two men with beards. Elephant Crossing, where the logging road and the road to the base crossed. People living here worked at the base. Where is the sign? This is the site of the Armed Forces Base, established in the 1950s and gone in the 1990s. People from Holberg could use the base. Loggers from the bunkhouses had to stop at the gate and sign in. Families got a sticker for the windshield and didn't have to sign in. The base had a gym, indoor swimming pool, a theater, bowling, and curling. I saw the best movie about logging at the base, Sometimes a Great Notion, starring Paul Newman, Henry Fonda, Lee Remick, Richard Jekyll, and Canadian Michael Sarrazin, based on a novel written by Ken Kesey, who also wrote One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And Kesey was also part of the Merry Pranksters. And if you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend it. They built a new Canex at the base, had a barber shop, hairstylist for women, a bank and dry goods, and groceries. My wife and another woman went to the opening, and as they shopped, they were given drinks, not Coke or Pepsi, unless it was used as a mix. You don't get that kind of service anymore. In the 1970s, the combined population of the Armed Forces Base and the logging camp was over 1,000. This is where the gatehouse was located. This is now the road to Winter Harbor.